When Buck Rogers in the 25th Century premiered in 1979, it catapulted audiences into a dazzling future filled with intergalactic adventures, cutting-edge technology, and unforgettable characters. Led by Gil Gerard as the dashing Buck Rogers and Erin Gray as the intelligent and fearless Colonel Wilma Deering, the series quickly became a sci-fi phenomenon, captivating fans with its blend of action, charm, and futuristic storytelling. Over 4 decades later, fans still hold fond memories of the iconic show and its talented cast. But where are they now? From exciting career milestones and life-changing moments to heartwarming stories and lasting contributions to the genre, we take a closer look at what has become of the stars of Buck Rogers in 2024, 45 years after their adventures began. Henry Silva was born on September 23, 1926. In Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, he portrayed Kane, a cold and calculating villain working under Princess Ardala's command. Kane's character was a perfect representation of Silva's ability to play menacing roles with intense precision. Growing up in Brooklyn, New York, Silva faced a rough childhood, often dealing with the struggles of a working-class family. He found his passion for acting early on and pursued it relentlessly, often playing antagonistic roles throughout his career. Although his career was full of steady work, including appearances in classic films like The Manchurian Candidate and Ocean's 11, his personal life was more complicated. Silva married twice, but both marriages ended in divorce. His first marriage was to actress Carmelita Pope, with whom he had a son. His second marriage to Linda, who worked as a producer, also ended in divorce. Throughout his life, Silva faced struggles with his health and finances but was always known for his dedication to his craft. He passed away on September 14, 2022, at the age of 95 due to natural causes. Tim O'Connor, born on July 3, 1927, was 52 when he played the role of Dr. Elias Hure in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979. Dr. Hure was a wise and caring figure who served as the guiding force behind Buck Rogers' missions. O'Connor's career began on stage, where he built a strong foundation in acting before transitioning to television and film. His deep voice and commanding presence made him a memorable figure in roles such as The Untouchables and The Big Valley. Throughout his life, O'Connor dealt with the highs and lows of Hollywood. Though his professional success was steady, his personal life faced challenges. He had been married twice, and his first marriage ended in divorce. He then married his second wife, but the relationship too came to an end. O'Connor faced a major personal crisis when he was diagnosed with colon cancer. Despite his health struggles, he continued to work and remain involved in the arts. His final years were marked by the love and support of his family. Tim O'Connor passed away on April 5, 2018, at the age of 90, after battling colon cancer. Joseph Wiseman was born on May 15, 1918, and was 61 when he played King Draco in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979. As King Draco, Wiseman brought to life a character who was both ruthless and mysterious, a fitting role for an actor known for his villainous portrayals. Wiseman's early life in Montreal was filled with struggles, as his family dealt with the hardships of the Great Depression. Despite these challenges, he developed a love for acting and studied drama in New York. His breakthrough came when he portrayed Dr. No in the first James Bond film, establishing him as one of the iconic villains in cinema history. While Wiseman enjoyed success in his professional career, his personal life was less glamorous. He was married twice but suffered personal setbacks, including a bitter divorce and the loss of close family members. Wiseman also faced significant health issues as he grew older, including struggles with his memory and mobility. In his later years, Wiseman lived a quiet life, away from the public eye. He passed away on October 19, 2009, at the age of 91 due to natural causes. H.B. Hagerty was born on April 2, 1925, in Los Angeles, California. He played Tiger Man No. 1 in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, at the age of 54. Tiger Man was a brutal and loyal enforcer, using his immense strength to serve Princess Ardala's cause. Hagerty's career began in the 1950s, and he was known for his work as a character actor, often cast in tough guy roles. Despite his success in Hollywood, Hagerty faced personal challenges, including health issues that plagued him later in life. His marriages, though private, seemed to face difficulties, and Hagerty had a complex relationship with the industry, often struggling with his roles in later years. Tragically, his life took a dark turn as he battled health problems. He suffered a stroke in 2002, and a broken neck worsened his condition. Hagerty passed away on January 27, 2004, at the age of 78, leaving behind a legacy of rugged roles but also the sadness of a life cut short by health complications. Felix Sila was born on January 11, 1937, in Rome, Italy. He portrayed Tweaky, Body, in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, at the age of 42. Tweaky, the lovable and comical robot, became an iconic sidekick to the titular character, Buck Rogers. Sila's career spanned several decades, and he became well known for his work in various sci-fi productions, particularly for his role as Cousin in The Addams Family, 1964, and as an Ewok in Return of the Jedi, 1983. While his career flourished, Sila faced personal and emotional hardships, particularly later in life. He went through a divorce, which affected his well-being, and struggled with the emotional toll of his years spent in Hollywood's demanding entertainment environment. His final years were marked by the battle with pancreatic cancer, a devastating diagnosis he faced with strength but ultimately succumbed to. Felix Sila passed away on April 16, 2021, at the age of 84, leaving behind a legacy of memorable roles in classic sci-fi and television. Larry Duran was born on July 26, 1925, in Los Angeles, California. At 54, he played a draconian guard in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, a disciplined and menacing soldier in a draconian empire. Duran's career, while steady, did not reach the level of fame of some of his peers, though he appeared in several popular TV shows and films, often in supporting roles. His life outside of the spotlight, however, was filled with struggles. Duran experienced a troubled marriage that ended in divorce, and his personal finances were often unstable. The pressures of Hollywood weighed heavily on him, and he found it difficult to maintain his footing in an industry that was quick to forget aging actors. Duran's later years were marked by depression and a general sense of dissatisfaction with the direction of his career and life. He passed away on November 27, 2002, at the age of 77, from undisclosed causes, leaving behind a career of mostly unrecognized work and personal struggles that defined his later years. Mel Blanc, born on May 30, 1908, is best known for providing the voice of Tweaky in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, at the age of 71. Blanc, a legendary voice actor, had an illustrious career voicing iconic characters like Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and Porky Pig. His distinctive, high-pitched voice for Tweaky added a unique charm to the robot character, making it a memorable part of the series. Throughout his life, Blanc faced several personal challenges, including a near-fatal car accident in 1961, which left him with limited ability to speak. Despite this, he continued to work, overcoming his injuries to create some of the most beloved characters in animation history. Mel was married to Estelle Rosenbaum, and they had 2 children. However, his personal life had its struggles, particularly in balancing his intense career with family life. He passed away on July 10, 1989, at the age of 81 due to heart disease. William Conrad, born on September 27, 1920, was 59 years old when he voiced the opening narrator and a draconian officer in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979. Known for his deep, commanding voice, Conrad brought a sense of gravitas to the series, helping to set the tone of adventure and drama. However, his career wasn't without its difficulties. Despite his success, including being a prominent figure in the radio and television world with notable roles such as Cannon and Jake and the Fat Man, Conrad faced health struggles. His battle with weight and related health issues was well known, and he was often scrutinized for his appearance in contrast to his on-screen characters. His love life was marked by a divorce from his first wife, and he later married a second time. He passed away on February 11, 1994, at the age of 73 due to a heart attack, leaving behind a legacy in both television and radio. Tucker Smith was born on April 24, 1936, and portrayed the ballroom dancer in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, at the age of 43. His elegant performance in the role, though small, showcased his grace and dancing talent, which had earned him recognition in the Broadway scene. Smith had a thriving career on stage, performing in classics like West Side Story and Kiss Me, Kate. However, his personal life was marred by addiction, which led to strained relationships and the collapse of his first marriage. Despite his talents, his personal struggles and addiction led to his financial downfall. Smith later remarried, but this union also ended in divorce. The burden of his personal troubles affected his health, and he was diagnosed with cancer, which led to his untimely death on December 22, 1988, at the age of 52. His passing was a tragic end to a career filled with promise but overshadowed by personal demons. David Cadiant was born on December 11, 1937, and played the Comtel officer in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, at the age of 41. His role as a competent, no-nonsense officer who ensured smooth communication on the futuristic ship was a small but memorable part of the show. Outside of acting, Cadiant's life was a mix of success and personal challenges. He struggled with alcoholism, which affected his relationships with both his wives and children. Cadiant's 2 marriages ended in divorce, leaving him emotionally scarred. His career, though steady, was overshadowed by his addiction, and he found it difficult to maintain personal and professional balance. In his later years, he became more reclusive and distanced himself from the limelight. Cadiant passed away on December 26, 2010, at the age of 73, and the cause of death remains undisclosed. His life, marked by professional success, was ultimately overshadowed by personal battles that he could not overcome. Kenny Ndoso, born on July 22, 1940, played the role of the Draconian Guard in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, at the age of 39. Known for his strong build and commanding presence, Ndoso's portrayal of the stern, disciplined soldier added a layer of intensity to the series. His career was marked by various supporting roles in film and television, but despite his success on screen, his personal life was far from easy. He faced struggles in his early years, growing up in a working-class family and dealing with financial instability. Ndoso was married twice, and both marriages ended in divorce. He had 2 children, but his relationships with them were strained, especially as his career took off and he was often away for work. Throughout his life, Kenny battled with feelings of isolation, which deepened during his later years as his health began to decline. His struggle with cancer, which ultimately took his life on August 10, 2010, at the age of 70, was a tragic end to a man who had fought many battles both on screen and off. Tony Epper, born on October 1, 1938, was 41 when he played the drunk in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979. The drunk, a character that added comic relief to the series, was just one of many roles Epper played throughout his career. Growing up in a working-class family in California, Tony had a rough start, facing financial difficulties and an unstable home life. His early experiences with hardship led him to find solace in the world of acting, where he would go on to secure roles in television and film, including The A-Team and The Fall Guy. However, Epper's personal life was marked by repeated struggles. His first marriage, to a fellow actress, ended in a painful divorce after years of conflict. He later remarried but faced the same issues, leading to another failed relationship. Epper had children, but the stress of his career and personal life took its toll, and his relationships with his children were strained. Sadly, Epper was diagnosed with cancer, and he spent his final years battling the illness. He passed away on July 20, 2012, at the age of 73. Fred Waugh, born on June 26, 1932, was 47 when he portrayed the night creature in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979. The night creature, a mysterious and eerie presence in the series, helped create the suspenseful atmosphere of the show. Waugh, who had always been drawn to the theater, found his way into acting, with roles in both television and film. He worked steadily throughout his career but never achieved the level of fame many expected. Waugh's personal life was deeply troubled. He married young, but his first wife left him after a tumultuous marriage marked by infidelity and addiction. Despite his efforts to rebuild his life, his second marriage ended in a bitter divorce. His health also declined in his later years, and Waugh struggled with depression and financial instability. In the 2000s, Waugh became estranged from his children, further isolating him during the final years of his life. Fred Waugh passed away on December 2, 2012, at the age of 80. Gil Gerard was born on January 23, 1943. He portrayed Captain William Buck Rogers in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, at the age of 36. Buck Rogers is a brave and resourceful hero who, after being revived centuries after a space accident, must navigate the futuristic world while facing new enemies. Gerard's career in Hollywood saw both triumphs and difficulties. Despite his early success as a leading man, the pressures of fame led to struggles with addiction and personal demons, which caused a dip in his career. Gerard has been married twice, first to actress Connie Sellecca, with whom he shares a son named Ben, and later to his second wife, who he married after his divorce. Gerard has experienced a tumultuous relationship with his children, and while he has publicly spoken about regret over his past behavior, he has been trying to mend those relationships. He also faced serious health issues, including a heart attack that threatened his life in the past. At 81 years old, Gerard continues to work occasionally, but his public life remains a reminder of both his success and personal challenges. Erin Gray was born on January 7, 1950. She played Colonel Wilma Deering in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, at the age of 29. Colonel Wilma Deering is a strong and determined leader, one of Buck Rogers' most trusted allies, and also his romantic interest. Gray's career soared with Buck Rogers, but her personal life became marked by turmoil. She went through a high-profile divorce that left her with deep emotional scars, struggling to balance motherhood with the pressures of fame. Gray had one son, and she has spoken openly about the challenges of being a single mother while maintaining a career in Hollywood. The divorce not only affected her personal life but also her professional choices, as she struggled with her own self-image and confidence in the years that followed. Later, Gray had to face the loss of family members close to her, further adding to her emotional burdens. Now at 74 years old, Gray lives a more peaceful and quiet life, away from the public eye, focusing on personal growth and her role as an advocate for mental health awareness. Pamela Hensley was born on October 3, 1950. She played Princess Ardala in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, at the age of 29. Princess Ardala is a powerful and cunning antagonist, using both charm and manipulation in her quest to conquer Earth and win Buck Rogers' heart. Hensley's career, though promising early on, became shadowed by her personal struggles. She enjoyed early success, appearing in several popular television series and films, but her relationships seemed to take a toll on her. Hensley had a difficult marriage that ended in divorce, leaving her to raise children on her own. Despite her professional success, she dealt with intense emotional struggles and a sense of loss in her private life. Her love life was marred by unhealthy relationships that made her question her own self-worth. As of now, Hensley is 74 years old, leading a more private life after a few years of stepping away from the entertainment industry. She remains out of the limelight but is known to be in good health, focusing on personal peace and family. Leanne Hunley, born on February 25, 1955, was just 24 years old when she appeared as the woman in the title song of Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979. Her role, though brief, contributed to the show's allure and futuristic appeal. Hundley had a promising start to her career, later gaining recognition for her role in Days of Our Lives where she portrayed Anna DiMera. However, her personal life took a difficult turn when she experienced the pressures of Hollywood's expectations. She was married to actor and producer Andrew McCarthy, but the marriage ended in divorce, and the couple had no children. After her television success, she faced personal struggles, including the challenge of moving away from the limelight and adjusting to a quieter life away from the pressures of fame. Now at 69 years old, Hundley enjoys a more private life, continuing to act occasionally but keeping her personal life largely out of the public eye. Erin Gray, born on January 12, 1942, was 37 years old when he voiced the computer console in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979. The computer console, a highly intelligent entity that provides guidance and information, was brought to life by Barry's distinct voice. Barry's early life was shaped by a love for the arts, leading him to pursue a career in acting. Although his career began in theater, he found his niche in voice acting, where he gained significant recognition. Despite his success in his professional life, Barry's personal life was marred by a series of difficult events. He was married twice, but neither relationship lasted, with his first wife, an actress, leaving him after years of emotional turmoil. His second marriage was similarly short-lived, and Barry struggled with loneliness and health issues in his later years. One of the most tragic events in his life was the death of his only child, a son who passed away unexpectedly. This loss deeply affected Barry, and he lived the rest of his life in quiet reflection. Now at the age of 82, Erin Gray has stayed mostly out of the public eye, but his contributions to voice acting remain an important part of his legacy. Who is your favorite character from Buck Rogers in the 25th Century? How do you feel knowing that some of the actors have passed away? Don't hesitate to leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this content, please remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss future videos. Thank you so much.